Ladies and gentlemen, it's YJ Wolf. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Ah, yes, very much a pleasure, yes. What's happening, YouTube? YJ Wolf here. We've all had some crappy jobs, right? I mean, whatever, you gotta do it. First job I had, 7-Eleven. I'd like to mention that this was the night shift at 7-Eleven. So essentially, I did not get any beauty sleep whatsoever, and a figure like mine needs his beauty sleep. And yeah, I just had to sit there waiting for nothing, at least until my shift was over. And yeah, I did that. And the problem is I couldn't leave because I was saving up for a car, obviously. You know what car I'm talking about. There were a couple regular customers that amazingly had the time to come, I think. One guy kept saying, I want the solid gold gummy bears and not the multicolored ones. We don't sell solid gold gummy bears. I've never even heard of such a thing. But the guy kept coming and asking, coming and asking. And I was just like, please, sir, please put a knife to my throat, because I am so tired of this. Then there's this other woman, very spiritual, very enlightened, very this and that. And she kept coming and saying, the astral projections are here. And I was like, yeah, okay, do you want anything? And she was like, no, I just wanted to tell you the astral projections are here. And I was like, great, but you know. I'd like to mention my place is a gas station too. And so that literally led to cars coming in and trying to get gas, right? Finally, something interesting happened. The guy came up in a Mercedes, which, you know, why did you drive a Mercedes in the middle of the night like that? I have no idea. He probably stole it, but I ain't judging. This guy was more used to people pumping his gas for him because he didn't really know how to do it. And then something interesting happened. He started smoking, which of course you never do at a gas station. You know how dumb that is if you've ever smoked at a gas station, which I hope you haven't, because, you know. And my wishes came true. The car suddenly engulfed in flames. Thankfully, or not so thankfully, depending on how much of an asshole you are, no one was hurt. Just the car was a smoldering wreck. So, but that was the highlight of my 7-Eleven experience. It was miserable. It's about as boring as a NASCAR race. But all the rest of the days, I was always wondering if I was going to get robbed. And honestly, to this day, I still want to get robbed just to see what it's like. Because life is so boring for me. Even after all that, I still want to get robbed. Yeah. So, I always imagined the guy would be like very big and bulky with a lot of muscles and stuff, because he probably just got out of jail. Maybe he didn't, but you know. I imagine he'd either say something really witty like this. This is a very peaceful night. Let's bottle things up a bit, shall we? Put the money in the bag. Now. I just kept hoping someone would at least rob me or something. Yeah. Unfortunately, that never happened. And yes, I say unfortunately because, you know, I needed some excitement in that job. I didn't get any of that. But I think the most interesting story is how I quit the job, right? So finally, after zero sleep, I basically, my boss, my manager, caught me sleeping in the office. I did this on purpose, okay? I actually took a whole bottle of sleeping pills. How I survived, I have no idea. Naturally, my boss was pissed. So essentially, I just got up and said, "You don't have to fire me anyway. I just quit last night." Of course, my new Mustang was sitting in the parking lot ready to go. But of course, had to do something more drastic, more dramatic. But you know what I did? I did a burnout. Yeah, a burnout. Like this one right here. So I gotta ask you guys, what's the worst job you've ever had? I can imagine my job was about the worst job ever. But you know what? I want to hear what you guys think. I'm YJ Wolf, and this message will self-destruct.